Hey, what is up, you guys? This is JP representing jpfitnesspro.com. If you guys want one-on-one training, small group training, online training, or nutrition meal plans, please head on over to my website, jpfitnesspro.com. You know, all that good stuff. Today's video is going to be specifically for the traps and to get you those traps jacked, okay? I know a lot of guys kind of respect big traps. It's kind of like how I respect a good set of calves. When you see someone with crazy looking, ridiculous calves, you're like, man, I want calves like that. It's the same thing with traps. Traps kind of like exude, they're a very masculine look, and they kind of exude power, strength, and guys just want big traps. You want to look jacked. Now, obviously, if you don't want big traps, this is definitely not a workout you want to do. All right, this is going to consist of 3 exercises, and we're going to hit the traps from a little bit of a different angle. Beginners, I want you to stick to 12 to 15 reps for each exercise, and I want you to stop a few reps short of failure, and I want you to have 1-minute rest periods between each exercise. So that's for beginners. Again, 12 to 15 reps, stop a few reps short of failure, so maybe like a 6 to 8 RPE. And then I want you to take 1-minute rest periods. For people who are intermediate, if you've been lifting for a while, but you maybe don't consider yourself expert lifter, but you've been lifting for a while, I recommend you take 30-second rest periods, and I want you to go to 16 to 20 reps, and I want you to get within a rep or two of failure. So get really close to failure, but leave like 1 in the tank. 30 seconds rest period. Now, if you consider yourself an elite lifter, what I would recommend, again, is I want you to go higher. So it's 25 plus reps on each exercise. So I want you to go really high reps. And because we're going really high reps, I want you to train every single set to failure, but I still want you to take 30 seconds rest period because we don't want our volume to drop that much. But again, we want to get that, we want to train that RPE to 10. So you want to go to failure on each exercise. So the first exercise, and even though this is going to be relatively higher reps, 12 to 15, 16 to 20, and then 25 plus, depending on what level you are as an individual, this is still going to be the heaviest of the movements. Again, maybe not so much for our second exercise, but this is definitely going to be a movement that you're going to be able to overload versus like other trap exercises or other smaller group exercises. So the first exercise is going to be a cable high row. So what you're going to do is, on a typical row, you'd have some sort of bar or handles, and you would pull about maybe to you'd pull right to your mid rib cage, and your arms would be almost like at a 45-degree angle. But instead, I want you to pull, when you pull, I want your arms to go directly to your sides and kind of make like a T with your body. So instead of pulling right to about your mid lower chest, I want you to pull to like your neck or your high chest. Just like that. And what this exercise is going to basically target, remember, all exercises recruit most of the musculature or all the musculature of that muscle. You can't target one part of the traps and completely omit the rest of the traps. But this is going to kind of prefer the mid portion of the traps. And again, even though this is high reps, this is going to be like your meaty compound movement that we're going to do first. All right, the second exercise is going to be a cable trap raise. Okay, so again, I like cables. If you prefer not to use cables and you want to use dumbbells, that's fine. Again, cable trap raise, I call it a trap raise, again, more commonly known as a shrug. But again, cable, it's going to feel a little bit differently, and then sometimes you're not directly over the cable, so it's going to be slightly at an angle. So again, it's a very simple movement. All you want to do is focus on elevation and depression of the scapula. So you almost want to, the movement you want to do is like if someone's asking you a question and you say, I don't know. So you want to depress, and then, I don't know. You just want to get it as good of a range of motion as you can. This is one exercise that if you cut short in the range of motion, it's already a small range of motion when you use a full range of motion. So if you cut the range of motion short, you're going to really be cutting yourself short on this exercise. So again, stand up, and then from here, just depress your shoulder blades, and then, I don't know, simple as that. All right, the last exercise is going to be a cable high front raise. I know it sounds a little bit complicated, but again, this is a pretty popular exercise. You just want to get a cable to about chest height. Chest height. and you want to grab the rope or whatever attachment you have just like this. Again, I would recommend using ropes with this. Technically, you could use it with a bar if you wanted to, but I recommend ropes. And again, you want the rope or the cable directly perpendicular with your body, so you don't want it at any type of angle. So from here, all you're going to do is you're going to raise your hands over your head while keeping your arms straight. It's as simple as that. These 3 exercises, if you do them exactly like I told you based off your experience in the gym, it's really gonna light up those traps. And again, you really wanna focus on using good form throughout the movement, using good range of motion on the cable shoulder shrug. Again, getting your arms all the way up, doing them exactly like I said. If you guys have any questions, comments, please post them down below. I'll see you guys in the next video.